it's an interesting funding organization, relatively unique in the world. And it's catalytic in nature. It gives you funds to start, but it says, okay, once it's going, you're going to leave. And it's quite interesting. It's the largest independently public funder of global environmental projects, and these are the areas in which GEF works. You can see what we're talking about. Biodiversity, climate change, chemicals, land degradation, particularly deforestation, desertification, sustainable forest, ozone depletion, and finally international waters. So you can see the international transboundary nature of these problems. It, for example, was instructed by the governments of the world to fund the Biodiversity Convention, to fund the Ozone Convention. So that's where they literally get their money. And they have literally billions of dollars, billions. And right now they're in their 6th replenishment, meaning the pot of money has dried up, and now they're putting a bunch of money back in, and they will continue with these projects. And what do they mean by the projects? What do we have? International waters is important from our perspective. It's one of the focal areas because it has the smallest level of funding. It's ironic, given that all we did in about a week without some fresh water to drink. This is why it's important. They call it international waters, but it's meant to be transboundary in nature. And when they approach international waters projects, international water, but now we're based Lake Victoria, the Amazon, Danube, places like this. They have a two-phased approach that they typically have used up to date. One is a phase of characterization and knowledge base. Here's the basin, here's its characteristics, here's what the pollution is, here's what the water is, and so forth. As well as, here's the basin,